and he needs to go in the bin. Hi, I'm Sam Richardson, the founder of Butter, which is the app to hang out with new friends in real life. And I was just on Founders in Motion. Now I'm reacting to Reddit relationship stories.
Reddit thread 1, relationship_advice. I, 25 female, just lost my mom. She was my best friend. We'd talk for hours every Sunday, and my boyfriend knew how close we were. The night she passed, he had his monthly boys' night. I called him in tears, asked him to leave early to be with me. We agreed on 11 p.m. At 10 p.m., I texted to check. He didn't reply, and came home at midnight. When I told him it hurt, he said I was selfish for ruining his night and that I'll be fine since I wasn't close to her growing up. We've barely spoken since, and now I'm questioning if I should stay in the relationship.
Okay, firstly, that is a horrendous experience. And he needs to go in the bin. Absolutely. Yeah, if that had happened to me, I wouldn't even be sitting on Reddit writing this saying, I'm wondering if I'm staying with him. Like, absolutely not. Actually made you feel bad for the fact that you lost a parent, which is truly actually baffling to me. So, bin, done. Move on.
Second thread. I, 32 male, have been with my girlfriend for over 4 years. We've talked about marriage. She posted me on a gossip app called T. Nobody said anything bad, but I was furious. My face was out there for strangers to comment on, and now a clip is pinned on TikTok. She says if I have nothing to hide, I shouldn't care. I feel it's a huge breach of trust. Would you end a relationship over this?
See, that's a hard one because there's two sides of this, right? There's the side of the girlfriend. If you had an inkling to post this in the first place, do you think there is something happening? I'm concerned. That's why people snoop, for better or for worse. They snoop through people's phones and that kind of thing. So did you actually give them the foundation to feel like they had to post on this gossip thread? Because there's something to address there if that's the case. But on the flip side, totally get it. It's kind of like public naming and shaming when there's no grounds to do so. You know, what if your employer sees that and you haven't done anything wrong, and then, you know, it can have all these other impacts. I don't think I would end it, but I would have a very serious conversation around trust, barriers and respect. And based on the outcome of that, then maybe reevaluate. But I think, you kind of need to understand why she did that to begin with, because if there's other issues going on there where she doesn't trust you, then
that's true.
Either maybe it's not the right relationship or you need to be doing better in that sense.
Because it's also very one-sided. You never know
it is very
what the woman is thinking. Reddit thread 2, dating_advice. Number 1. How do I have less dry conversations with girls at the club? My opener is, where are you from? And then I say, oh, I've been there, and talk about a nearby city. They ask how it was. I say nice people, but pricey, and the conversation ends. Meanwhile, I see other guys have them laughing in seconds. What can you even say to someone you've just met for 5 seconds? I feel like I'm missing something big here.
2 comments again. Firstly, I feel like the best conversations are never going to happen at the club.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like 1 a.m. You're on the dance floor. Everyone's probably drunk. You're probably not getting a lot of substance out of that conversation. But what I will say is he seems like he's leading the conversation and asking a question, then telling a whole story off the back of it. Where how he should approach it is say, where are you from? And then she might say, I'm from Melbourne. Then he could say, oh, okay, what do you love about Melbourne? What have you done there recently? Like give them the space to speak and share their story and thoughts off the back of it. It is a 2-way conversation, but you're kind of giving them the space to share a bit about them, as opposed to being like, oh yeah, I'm from Melbourne. I also live in Melbourne and I did this recently and that was really fun and I liked that. And it's not the most engaging conversation. So it's kind of like ping pong in a sense.
Reddit thread 3, friendship advice. Every friendship I have starts balanced, but over time, I end up being the one who listens to their problem, gives advice, and supports them. And when it's my turn, they're suddenly busy or distracted. Sometimes I get left out entirely. I don't mind being there for people, but it's draining when it's never mutual. How do I set boundaries without seeming cold?
It's such a hard one. I feel like everyone's had that friendship at some point in their life where it's like, you know, if you stopped reaching out or if you stopped organizing things, you probably never see them again. Or,
Yeah.
you know, I think honestly, I don't think there is an easy or a single answer for that. I think, you know, you kind of need to start by looking at your values and is there a value alignment there? Is it kind of more effort? It sounds harsh, but more effort than it's worth to an extent, you know, where I think friendships very much go through phases where you can have a friend, they're your best friend, and then you might start to go on slightly different paths and you drift a bit. But that's not to say, you know, you need to completely bend the friendship and move on. Like friendships ebb and flow and can definitely kind of come back. So I think it's a matter of looking at, you know, is this the type of friend I want to have based on, you know, what I deem to be important and what I deem to be a priority. And then from there, maybe it's, you know, they might just be at a different stage of life and they need a bit more space and, you know, you kind of need to give them that. Or it might be more of a case of, okay, I think the friendship has reached the end of its course. We were great friends for this period of time, maybe not so much now. And I think then you absolutely have the grounds to kind of say, I need this from you. If I can't get this, you know, maybe we need to go our separate ways or, you know, something to that extent. I think, yeah, a lot of people can get into those scenarios where they're serving their friendships. And I think, you know, they need to be two-way. Like they need to add to your life. They shouldn't feel like a chore. So I think, you know, not to say bin the friendship, but definitely look at, you know, what you're getting from them and how you kind of consider them as part of your life, whether this is just a stage or whether it's a lifelong friend, and kind of, you know, have that conversation with them. Because I think we're all adults. We need to be able to be honest with people about what we need and what we expect, and go from there based on how they respond. I feel like actions speak louder than words. So if they're, you know, they don't do anything off the back of it, then you kind of have your answer.
Yeah. And I also think it goes back to what we were saying in the actual interview of sometimes you just outgrow certain friendships.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like a natural detox of life because old people need to exit for new people to enter your life and help you on this new journey that you're on. Yeah.
And it happens. Like, I think people think that friendships ending is like terrible and it should never have happened and you should have a friendship for life. I think, you know, some friends are perfect for a certain point of your life. They're transient friends, you know. I think there's value in those types of friendships as much as the close best friends. So it's not necessarily like a failure or the worst thing. You know, all friendships may come to an end at some point. I think, yeah, to your point, one door closes, another door opens.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also very similar to romantic relationships, right? Like people enter your life for different reasons to help you learn lessons that you have, and then they need to leave to make room for other people.
Thanks for having me.